Hello everyone! I went through my library of things and stuff that I have and discovered that I've made a video that I haven't released. I don't know how that happened, but I have decided to release it anyway. You might notice that some of my editing styles or somewhat is a little different here, but that's because, as I mentioned before, I'm just a guy learning by doing so far. But I thought that this should be released anyways, as this is also my entries into a new video series. So, consider leaving a like, maybe even subscribe, or leave a comment as I kind of miss talking with you. So, I will see you in the next video and enjoy this one.
Look upon the rotting carcass that they call the Imperium. Once we were its hammer, its unbreakable shield, its willing sons who bled upon 1,000 worthless rocks so that the Emperor's false dream could spread. And how did they repay us? With scorn, with silence, with the most cursed and thankless slaughters, while our brothers played at glory and honor. They forsook us. The Emperor cast us aside like broken tools once our usefulness waned. The other legions sneered at our sacrifices and our corpses. Every wall they raise is an insult to our skill. Every fortress they hide behind is proof of their fear. But we are iron. We do not forget. We do not forgive. We will tear down their palaces brick by brick, melt their golden eagles into slag, and crush their false imperium beneath the weight of our guns. Let them pray to their corpse, Emperor. Let them send their lapdogs. It matters not. We will breach their walls. We will grind their bones into dust of forgotten worlds. And when the last tower falls, they will finally understand nothing is unbreakable. Iron within, iron without.
In a galaxy with fanatical space marines, demonic warlords, and genetically engineered killing machines of any variant, what truly sets the Iron Warriors apart from the rest of them? Why do they feel so distinct among other traitor legions and the other countless warband that is currently tearing the Imperium apart? The answer lies not in their raw savagery or even sorcerer's prowess, but in something far colder and more terrifying. Their grim, unrelenting pragmatism and their absolute mastery of siege warfare. While other legions chase glory, mutation, and the favor of the dark gods for their own sakes, the Iron Warriors has always approached war as a brutal equation. From the earliest days of the Great Crusade, where the Emperor repeatedly gave them the most thankless and bloodiest sieges, Peturabo's sons learned to excel in the art of attrition. They treat technology not as sacred relics or even the playthings of chaos, but as tools to be perfected, used until broken, and discarded without sentiment. Their entire arsenal is built around one purpose: breaking the unbreakable. Peturabo taught them to view warfare as pure mathematics, trajectories, stress tolerances, ammunition expenditure, and the cold calculus of necessary sacrifice. This philosophy is reflected in their penchant for heavy firepower doctrine. Even before turning traitor, the Legion emphasized overwhelming artillery and massed heavy weapons formations. Havoc squads, predator tanks, or vindicator formations and other super heavy assets would form the backbone of their assault in all wars. They specialized in sustained, precise barrages designed to reduce the strongest fortifications to rubble long before committing any sort of infantry or other assets to the field. Other legions would charge gloriously across open fields, but the Iron Warriors prefer to grind their enemies to dust beneath coordinated artillery, calculated breaches, and relentless pressure. At the heart of this mindset stands the warsmiths, terrifying combination of siege commander, master engineer, and heretical innovator. These leaders are as much engineers and inventors as they are warriors. They excel in the construction and deconstruction of fortifications, maintaining war machines under most extreme conditions, and innovating and coming up with new and interesting solutions on the battlefield. Their pragmatic relationship with technology sets them apart from the more superstitious mechanicum, and every grand company is led by one of these figures, capable of fortifying a position in weeks and dismantling an enemy citadel in a few days. Their armor and war gear often feature specialized modifications born from millennia of bitter experience combined with rare technical skill. What makes the Iron Warriors special is the unique relationship with chaos itself also. Most of the other traitors embrace the warp with open arms. However, the Iron Warriors never fully surrender to any true path of chaos, and quite often they're viewed more like they're actually resenting it as much as they resent the Imperium. All Chaos Marine venerate chaos and their servants as divine agents, or some even see them as angels. However, the sons of Peturabo are among the exception here, as daemons to them are not divine allies, but just another resource to be shackled and exploited. This has led to a unique signature way of fusing with the warp, a calculated blending that they call warp smithing. This is much different than warp sorcery employed by any other traitor force, since rather than embracing chaotic mutation as a way to show devotion or power attainment, they direct and bind the warp through forges and tech rituals, creating absolutely terrifying monstrosities. The result of these procedures is some of the most powerful and disciplined demon engines that the entire forces of chaos are capable of producing, meaning that with a degree of reliability, soul grinders, defilers, forge fiends, and even greater abomination are engineered and even relied upon when it comes to battle. Daemons are treated as nothing but fuel and components, bound through ritual and technology into iron shells that serve the legion's sieges with relentless mechanical purpose, be it either as ammunition, weapons, armors, or even driving basic infrastructure. Their close tie to the Forge of Souls and Vastor the Archifane further sets them apart. They respect his mastery of machinery and the bound daemons within, seeing in him some sort of a kindred spirit of ruthless innovation and unyielding craftsmanship. But to them, the Archifane is not a god to be feared or adored, but a supremely skilled partner in the art of destruction. One who can provide the most advanced warp-forged weaponry and engines in exchange for the one thing the Iron Warriors produce in abundance: victory through attrition. The Iron Warriors are among the most prolific suppliers and customers of this nightmarish realm, trading resources and souls for even more powerful war engines, much more than any other legion do it, and one of their most iconic technological horrors is the Obliterator cult. These former tech marines are infected with a techno-demonic Obliterator virus, which slowly render them into a living weapon platform. Their flesh will start to merge with their armor and their weapons, allowing them to manifest plasma cannons, las cannons, heavy bolters, and much worse at will, while if they take damage they're capable of being self-repairing and even manufacturing ammunition from the very stuff of the warp that bleeds through their mutating flesh. The Iron Warriors view worthy obliterators who can retain control of themselves with a cold respect and see them as the ultimate fusion of iron and willpower, as a controlled mutation is respectable, but being uncontrolled and at the whim of the warp is something to be cut off. At the apex of it all stands Peturabo, the Lord of Iron himself. Even as a demon prince with the very powers of the warp at his fingertips, the Primarch's greatest weapon remains his mind. He forges planet-spanning citadels, reinvents strategies on the fly, and designs technology that blur the line between real space and the immaterium. His plans span centuries, and his bitterness and spite fuels his endless drive to prove that no defense in the galaxy is truly impenetrable, and that nothing can stand before the brilliance of his mind and his might. Every wall built by the Imperium is seen as a personal insult, and their technology embodies this creed. Nothing is eternal, and with enough iron, hatred, and precise violence, even the strongest empire will fall. Betrayed by the Emperor and scorned by their brother legions as nothing more than trench diggers and brutes, and cursed with the hardest wars the galaxy could offer, it took 10,000 years before they turned this resentment into fuel which they would light the galaxy with. Their battle cry, "Iron within, iron without," is more than just a war cry. It is a declaration that they have armored themselves at their soul, and that no wall, no empire, no gods, and no reality can stand forever when subjected to, as I mentioned before, enough iron, hatred, and cold calculated violence. In a setting like 40K, where larger-than-life madmen and cosmic horrors are everywhere, the Iron Warrior stands apart as the grim, methodical professionals of the apocalypse. The ones who will still be laying siege long after everyone else has burned themselves out in glory or madness. And that is what makes them special. And that is why the Iron Warriors, when they arrive at your world, even the most hardened Imperial commanders feel a special kind of dread, because they know these particular traitors won't just destroy their defenses, they will solve them. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be making a bit of a series here where I will be going through warbands and Space Marine chapters and basically looking at what makes each of them special. So let me know if there's a specific one you want to hear about next, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!